All right, let's make sure everything's going okay. All right, let's make sure everything's going. All right, it's working. Took me a while to get the stream up and going for some reason. I'm not sure what happened. Hopefully, that's not a sign that um, that it'll crash, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, welcome to part 2 of the Madden 25 Jacksonville Jaguars rebuild. We're getting ready to start the 2025 season. Going into this year, we haven't really made a whole lot of changes, but one of the changes that we did make was giving Trevor Lawrence a little competition. Yes, we drafted Jalen Milroe in the first round. We spent our first round pick on a quarterback that we may not even use this season, but here's the thing. Trevor Lawrence at an 81, I don't know how much longer he's going to be in the 80s club, and Jalen Milroe can be a solid backup. And, with Lawrence, I'm not sure if I'm going to pay him what he wants. So I feel like the best thing I can do is stack up some quarterbacks, and also we drafted in the 7th round DJ Alungale. We also have Mason Rudolph as our other backup quarterback. We have Etienne still. We have Bigsby, and we have Robinson. We don't have a fullback, so I'm going to go try to sign one in free agency. I wasn't able to sign a good receiver because we didn't have the money to do so. I did restructure some contracts, so maybe we could go out and get another receiver in the 80s to help out this group a little bit. Although Brian Thomas progressed from his rookie season to now an 80 overall, so that's a decent sign. Gabe Davis is 83, and Christian Kirk actually has gotten up to an 84. So he is the best receiver that we have, but I just feel like this core is still lacking. We did draft Trey Harris in the draft this year out of Ole Miss. He's already starting out at a 74 overall, so that's not that bad. We still have Evan Ingram, who actually is our best receiving weapon right now. We also drafted Terrence Ferguson in the draft. Of course, we still have Strange, and we still have Quintorino, and we have Mastic as well. Left tackle-wise, we got Cam Robinson coming back off the injury last season. So maybe that'll help our offensive line with him being back in there. We have Foster, Pearl, Kipper, Cleveland, Carter, and then we have Mitch Morse as center, although he's going into the last year of his deal. Don't know if I'm going to invest in him beyond this year, but we will see. Right guard, we brought back Braden Scherf because I really didn't think there was going to be anybody better in free agency or the draft to really help us out in that position. And I really want to make sure this offensive line is solidified, no matter if it's Trevor Lawrence for the next few years or it's Jalen Milroe that we go to earlier. But we did sign Morgan Moses in the offseason. 11 years in the league. He's 34 years old. He's probably on the back end of his career. But 82 overall right tackle better than what we had with Harrison, so that was a big upgrade for the offensive line. We still have Eric Armstead, who's an 82. Trayvon Walker's actually gotten him to an 80, and he's a backup. Allen's a 92, one of the 90 club members we have. We still have Miles Cole, but he hasn't progressed. I mean, he's a Red Raider, so of course I got favoritism a little bit towards him, but he hasn't really progressed yet. We have Hamilton, we have Smith, Robert Harris, Jefferson, and Lacey. No real changes there. Mama, left outside linebacker. I really couldn't find any upgrades in the offseason, but we did draft Sonny Styles out of Ohio State. Hopefully he can emerge as hopefully he can have a decent rookie season, get some playing time, and maybe be our starter. Middle linebacker, we have Devin Lloyd. We picked up his 5th-year option. Maybe we'll probably sign him to a long-term deal if he's going to stay in the 80s. We have Miller, we got Poole, and we got Butler. Right outside linebacker, we still have Laquan, Abdullah. We have Tyson Campbell coming back from injury as our best corner at 81 overall. We have Ronald Darby, although he's regressed. We have Jones. We have Kobe Bryant, who we drafted, a 71 overall rookie corner out of Kansas. Hoping he can progress in the next few years. But as our 4th corner right now, I think he's in a good position. We have Prince, we got Brown, we got Bush. We brought back Cisco, 83 overall, free safety. We have Wingard, Daniel Thomas, Cook. Savage is back, 77 overall. We have Antonio Johnson and Jack Howell, who we also drafted. We have Cam Little, 73, and 81 Logan Cook. And we actually drafted a punter, James Burnett. We actually did draft him this year. If he's as good as what he could be at Alabama, hopefully he can do the same in the NFL, because I don't know how much longer we're going to keep Cook as our punter. But the real thing that, I'm kind of just wondering is that if Lawrence struggles, if maybe we give Milroe a shot. But I want to do a couple of things. I want to see if maybe there are any free agents out there, since we've adjusted contracts, if there's any free agent receivers who could help us out. I doubt it, but let's see. Well, Odell is the highest rated guy at 78 overall. That's not really what I'm entirely looking for per se, but I think because he does fit our scheme, I think he's worth bringing in and just giving a shot to. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Odell. as a receiver, to help some with some receiver depth. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we also need a fullback, but there isn't any in free agency. So I think we're just going to wait until the preseason is over. And like we did last season, we're just going to steal somebody from a practice squad and have our fullback in place. So with bringing on Beckham, he becomes our fourth best receiver behind Thomas, Gabe, and Kirk. So, yeah. I don't think I can change Odell's number to anything that's relevant, but let me see if I can. Right now he's rocking 89. Can't really change it to anything that's close to it, but let me see if I can. Duvernay Harris. Who's wearing number 3? Oh, I think that's Campbell. It's Tyson Campbell, isn't it? Yeah, he's wearing number 3. And of course, we got Kirk wearing 13. I don't really know. Well, I think we'll just have Odell. Let's give him a number in the 80s. It's a little bit lower than 89. See if something looks better on it. Let's give him 83. Odell rocking 83. Kind of like, he has one of his numbers in there. At least he's 83. All right, well, bringing in Odell, I think, will help our receiving core a little bit. He fits our scheme, too, so that was another attraction I had. He's only a 78 overall. He may be going into his last season or one of his last seasons in the NFL, but maybe he can help out our secondary a little bit. And let me actually check the free agent pool again because I really want to see if there's a linebacker out there who could help out. Bowser, no, there's really nobody out there who can really help out at the left outside linebacker. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and go with our guys that we have in place, go from there, and just see what we can do. So preseason week 1 against Seattle. Let's go ahead and get through the preseason. We'll get to cut down days, and we'll kind of get the team in order for week 1. Got a preseason win in week 1, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and advance to the next game. Looks like we're getting some skill points for our staff. We got 11 points right now. So, yeah. And we lost our last preseason game to the Eagles, and we're playing the Panthers this week in our final preseason game. So let's see if we can beat them and go to 2-1, and we do. So we got to cut 16 players. Do we have any injuries that we picked up already in the preseason? I hope not. No injuries. Good thing. Because last year we started out with some injuries that were hitting us pretty hard. So hopefully this year, starting out this year, that'll be a little bit better. So as far as quarterbacks are concerned, I'm going to put DJ Alungale on the practice squad. I do not anticipate anybody picking him up because he's rated so low. So hopefully he'll still be able to stick around and we can pick him up. We have a bunch of receivers. Obviously, we added Odell. So I'm actually going to cut Elijah Cooks, not even bring him on the practice squad. And because of that, I think I'll be able to give Odell maybe number 14 and make him look a little bit more like himself, if you will. Parker Washington is actually a pretty solid receiver. I'm going to come back to him. Ross, I think, is our long snapper, so I kind of don't want to cut him. We have a bunch of left tackles. I'm going to cut Pearl. We don't really need him. And Kipper, I'm also going to cut him. So it leaves us only 2 left tackles. And other than that, we don't really have a whole lot of depth on the offensive line. Oh, actually, we do. Xavier Truss, I'm going to risk putting him on practice squad, one of our rookies, left ends. We don't have a lot of depth there, so I don't really want to get rid of anybody. Tyler Lacey, I'm going to move him to the practice squad. And Jefferson, they'll incur a penalty, so I'm going to move him to the practice squad. We've got 3 defensive tackles. We don't have a whole lot of depth at the linebacker spot. And Sonny Styles actually is a 70 now. So I think it may be actually a good idea to rock with him. I'm actually going to make some adjustments to the depth chart and go with him as the starter. Hopefully that'll actually make him progress quicker. So, yeah. And I'm going to move Poole to the practice squad so we still have him so we can bring that depth in if we need it. And as far as corners, we got a lot of corners. Thompson is so low that I'm not even going to put him on practice. Brown, that'll incur a penalty, so no. Bush, I'm going to go ahead and move him to the practice squad. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 corners. And Prince, I'm going to move him to the practice squad as well. We still got to make a decision on like 4 guys. We got a lot of free safeties. So Cook, I'm actually going to go ahead and cut him. Thomas, that'll incur a penalty, so I don't want to get rid of him. I'll move Howell to the practice squad. We have 2 kickers and punters. So Tanner Brown, sorry, we're going to go ahead and cut you. We're going with Cam Little as our kicker. And Burnip, I'm going to move him to the practice squad. Hopefully nobody picks him up. Okay, then. But we actually need to go ahead and get a fullback. So I want to see if there's any free agents out here that are fullbacks. There are some fullbacks that are available, and Boston Game actually was cut. So I'm going to go ahead and snatch him up to be our starting fullback this season. 73 overall, solid pickup right there, if you ask me. Yeah, we do have to cut another player though because we did that. But I think there's some guys that maybe I could get rid of in the secondary. But let me see. We do have some extra. We cut winger. That'll be a penalty, so I don't want to do that. We do have some extra corners. That'll do a penalty. So no, I don't want to put Kobe on the practice squad though because I'm pretty confident that he'll get snatched up by somebody. I'm pretty confident about that. What about defensive tackles? Do we have extra defensive tackles? No, we don't. And I want to keep 3, so we don't have really any depth on this one. Let's go back to tight ends. We do have some extra tight ends here. Quinterano, let's go ahead and get rid of him. He was like our 3rd string tight end anyway. So yeah. So let's actually manage our roster. Let's go ahead and adjust actually some of the numbers now. Let's go ahead and adjust Odell's number. Give him, I think, number 14. Since that'll look a little bit better on him. Yeah. Let's go ahead and give him number 14. All right. So that is our roster going into year number 2. Let's actually let me take a look at the fullback situation, actually. Yeah, so Blossomgame is our starting fullback, 73 overall, and he fits the scheme. So not bad at all in terms of getting a guy that, fits and everything like that. I actually am going to adjust the depth chart, and after he played well in the preseason, I'm going to give Styles the start. I'm going to give him the start at left outside linebacker over Chad. So yeah, that's what we're going with. First off, let's make sure actually everything else is looking good. Everything else should be. Can't really make any changes or anything like that. So yeah, I think we're good everywhere else. So we're just going to make sure we have Styles as a starter in there, left outside linebacker. He's only a 70 overall, but hey, being a rookie, maybe the more playing time he gets, the more he'll progress and the better he'll be. But we will see. And it looks like in this universe, Quinn Ewers was taken by the New Orleans Saints and Shedeur Sanders by the Raiders. So that's the rookie quarterback class in their new places and where they ended up. So that's what we're going with. So that's what the league is kind of looking like in terms of where the rookies went. All right. So it looks like a practice squad player did get picked up. And Bishop, our punter, did get picked up by somebody else. So unfortunately, that's a pick that we might have wasted, especially being on a punter. But hey, it is what it is. And let's go ahead and get our draft class in here. Let's get the 2026 draft class. Let's take a look at everything. I'm pretty sure TJ Parker, yeah, all these guys are accurate. So that is our accurate draft class that we have for the 2026 draft. And yeah, we're all set up and ready to go. And it looks like that the Jets decided to sign Mac Jones to be their new starting quarterback. I mean, Aaron Rodgers did retire, so looking like that it's going to be Mac Jones. It's going to be the new sheriff in town in New York. Then again, Jets haven't won a title, and they're still looking for a quarterback. So, yeah, y'all had to know that Aaron Rodgers is only going to play for a few more seasons anyway. I mean, and y'all don't exactly have a great culture and winning, so it's kind of like, did the Jets really think that signing Aaron Rodgers, trading for him, was really going to solve all their problems. They have way more stuff on defense and on offense and issues like that. It's like in real life, it's like just because Aaron Rodgers is coming back off the torn ACL does not mean that all of a sudden the Jets are going to win the AFC East. Sorry, a little bit of a rant there. But I just had to get that off my chest. I mean, did you all see that game they had against the Broncos? The Broncos, though. That was horrible this past week. That was the worst game of the week. Anyway. But I digress. All right, so here we go with the start of our season. We play the Rams to open up the season. Let's simulate to the middle of the season and see where we're at. Hopefully we don't have a truckload of injuries, and we're still in a position to make a run at the playoffs. But we will see. Okay, we are 5-2, so I think that's about the record that we had last season at this time. So we've started out the same in terms of our record, so that's good. I mean, hey, we finished with a winning record last year, but we didn't make the playoffs. But still, I want at least to make sure that we're finishing with a winning record now. We can't afford to be dropping games and all that. We can't do that. Let me see, what player personnel? Can we do anything here? Kind of don't want to have those 10 points go to waste. Doesn't look like we can spend those points on anything right now. So we're just gonna have to let that let that go, I guess. All right, scouting national focus. Go ahead and delegate decision staff. So we're taking on the Saints for this week, and they are 1-6. Even though Quinn Ewers is their rookie quarterback, looks like they're struggling a little bit to catch on. Let me take a look at stats at this time in the middle of the season and see how things are going with everybody. It looks like Trevor Lawrence passed for 1,300 yards already. He's got 16 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's not bad. Rushing-wise, ETN has 664 yards. He's got 6 touchdowns on the ground. Bigsby only has 1. Lawrence actually rushed for 3. Receiving-wise, leader in touchdowns are Davis and Ingram. Meanwhile, Christian Kirk has 2, but he leads us in receiving yards with 388, 272 for Gabe Davis. And Odell only has 2 catches for the entire season so far for 21 yards and no touchdowns. Then again, not really sure how much playing time he's even really receiving, and he is kind of the 4th, 5th receiver. So maybe bringing him in didn't really help our receiving core too much, but, it's just some depth at that point, and he fits our scheme. So I figured, hey, let's give it a shot. All right. Let's get to the negotiating screen and see which players' contracts are up. Wow, ETN. I can't let a 92 overall running back leave us. Let's start with the neutral deal and see. I could find a... Okay, so we got to give him a pretty good lump sum of money. I want to keep Evan Ingram if we can. That's a neutral deal. Let's see if he takes it. He's happy to sign and continue. Okay, but we only have $6 million left. So even though we adjusted contracts this offseason, doesn't really look like it helped. Christian Kirk, I know that we're bringing him in to maybe be a second fiddle receiver, but I don't want to. Oh, and we don't even have the funds. We don't even have the money to do it. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Yeah, we're going to have to make a lot of sacrifices. So even with the adjustments to contracts that we made during the offseason, it doesn't really look like it helped us out very much. And I think we're just going to have to let everybody walk. But I'm not letting ETN go. Even if we got to franchise tag him, I'm going to do it. So we'll come back next week and negotiate and see if we can get him on the books for next season. He's going to be a part of this team one way or another. We're not letting a 92 overall halfback hit free agency because he's one of the best players on our entire offense, if not the highest rated player. And I don't want to have to start all over again and, draft a running back. I mean, $6 million is not a lot of money to spend on really anything else. Can we adjust contracts right now or can we not do that? I doubt we can in the middle of the season. Hines Allen, can we? Yeah, we can't do anything with adjusting the contracts. I think that's only a main off-season thing that we could do. We barely had any money to spend this past off-season, and now we don't have any money like right now either. So we're restricted by the cap right now, which may make this rebuild a little bit difficult in some ways. So we may have to, after this season, we may have to just let, a lot of depth go and maybe rebuild a little bit in terms of depth. But anyway, back to football, playing the 1-6 Saints, and we only beat them by 1. That's a little bit concerning. But we got staff points to spend, so let's go ahead and spend those. We got 20 points. Let's go to Doug's tree here. Okay, I'm going to go same team, same scheme. So we'll go with that. Build that up. As far as Peterson's job security, I think it's worth to keep him for now, because if we get to the playoffs this season, then I think his job is safe. But if we miss the playoffs badly, like we lose a bunch of games at the end of the season, we can't find our way in, then I think there may be I may decide to cut bait. But I don't know entirely if that's what I want to do yet, because that changes the whole scheme and everything, and I don't know if I want to go through with that, especially with the team that we've built that I think is pretty solid. You're in a good spot. Playoffs, and I know we can get there. I mean, we haven't made the playoffs in the last couple of seasons, so I'm not really banking on that. We're trying to get to the postseason first and then see what happens. That's kind of where we're at right now. We have a bye week this week, so let's go ahead and get through this. And we got the Titans on deck. They're 4-5. Looks like another practice squad player got signed. The Raiders went ahead and signed Jordan Jefferson from our practice squad, so we lost another one. Although I think Jefferson was a backup tackle or something like that, so it's not the end of the world that we lost him. Do we have any injuries that we have to worry about right now during the season? Oh my! Travis Etienne is out. Oh my God! Compound foot fracture, out 12 weeks. Jeez. Well, there's no way he's going to be back this season. So, wow, in a year of a contract, he gets a foot fracture. So we just lost our best offensive player for the rest of the season. Wow. So Travis Etienne is on IR for the season. And Kobe Bryant has a high ankle sprain. But wow. Travis Etienne, our best offensive player, compound foot fracture. I mean, he there's no guarantee, number one, that we're going to make the playoffs. I mean, we've started out okay, but yeah, I don't think Etienne will be back this season, because we only have even if we were to go all the way to the Super Bowl, he wouldn't be healthy in time to play. So we got to go to free agency and get some help. Are there any running backs here that fit our scheme? Clyde Edwards-Helaire is available, so let's pick him up. Can we even pick him up? Okay, we can. All right, because with the money in the cap situation that we're dealing with right now, I don't even know if we have enough funds to do that. All right, so depth chart wise, let's go ahead and take a look now. I think this will elevate Tank Bigsby still into the starting lineup. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is 77, just like him. I mainly signed him because he fits the scheme and we need a backup running back. So Tank Bigsby is going to be our running back for the rest of the season, which means we've dropped from a 92 overall halfback to a 77 halfback, which is hurtful. We do have our starting fullback, thankfully. We have all of our receivers healthy, but at the same time, this is definitely not what I needed to have happen in a season where I just want to get this team into the playoffs, because this I feel like needs to be a playoff season for us to trend in the direction, or else I may just have to think about blowing this team up a little bit. Now, despite the fact that the said player is hurt, Travis Etienne is still worth trying to bring back. He's excited to sign. Fantastic. $4.7 million is all we've got left. And I don't even think Christian Kirk will come back for this. You don't have the salary cap room to make this offer. So Christian Kirk, I think, is unfortunately just going to have to be let go. And we're also going to let Duvernay walk. Are there other receivers who are free agents set to be? Odell, but I was 1 year renting him. He may retire. Morgan Moses, I think we just can't bring him back. We can't bring back any of these guys. We got to save money. We got to save money this offseason. But at least we got ETN inked in for a 4-year deal for the rest of the rebuild. He'll be here for sure. Didn't want to lose a 92 halfback, even though that halfback is injured for the rest of the season. So it's got to be Tank Bigsby and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They're going to be splitting carries for the rest of the season. Just hoping that that's going to be enough to get us into the playoffs, because that's a pretty tough thing to do. We play the Titans this week, and I think this is the first game that we're playing without Travis. So hopefully him being out doesn't cripple the offense. And it looks like we were able to get an 18-point win, so we actually beat the Titans pretty handily. So that is a good sign that we can win games without our best offensive player, which is a tough thing for any team to deal with, but that's what we've got to deal with right now. Let me see about the injury report here. So ETN is the only one injured. I mean, 11 weeks, he wouldn't even be back if we made all the way to the Super Bowl. He would still be out, so he wouldn't be able to play, which is really tough. So yeah. Okay, then. Well, we got the Chargers this week. They're 5-4. We're 7-2. Hopefully we can get another win this week against them. And we beat the Chargers. So we've actually gone on a little bit of a winning streak. We're 8-2 right now. And in the division, we're actually second in the division once again behind the Colts. So despite the fact that we're 8-2, it's still not enough to lead the division. The playoff picture hasn't. I don't think it becomes relevant until after this game. But this game against the Colts is huge. If we win this game, we could take the lead in the division, and that could really help us out. You've got an opponent. I expect it to be a game, but I expect our coaching staff to keep everybody relaxed and focused so we can get out of here with a big win. Let's go ahead and go with that. So hopefully I'm not jinxing myself by saying that. Come on, let's get a win against the Colts. We win this game against the Colts. We got the lead in the division. And we did beat the Colts. We are now first place in the AFC South, 9-2. The Colts are 8-2 now. The Titans are 5-7, and the Texans are 4-7. So the Titans and Texans, irrelevant right now. We don't have to worry about those guys. And we actually got 15 staff points to spend, so I'm going to go ahead and try to spend some of those. Well, let's go to Mark Anderson, our defensive coordinator, his tree. We only have 15 points. That's not enough. Is it? What about player personnel? No, that's not enough points to spend there either. Let's go back to Peterson. No, we don't have enough points to spend anything here. I don't think. No, we don't. 15 points, but it's not enough to spend points. I thought maybe there was one attribute we could spend the 15 points on, but unfortunately there isn't on the coaching trees for anybody. Okay. So here we go against the Chiefs. They're 9-2. We're 9-2 as well. This could be more of a battle for seeding in the playoff picture. So first of all, let's see where we are. We actually are second in the standings for if the season ended today. So right now we're at the 2 seed. We would play the 7th-seeded Patriots. Chiefs are at the 3 spot. Jets are at the 4th spot with Mac Jones as their quarterback. Our former backup quarterback's now a starter and leading the Jets to victories. And the Ravens have the best record in the AFC. So they're the 1 seed. We're the 2 seed right now. I think they're like 11 and something. I don't know. They may be undefeated. I'm not sure. Let's see. What is their record? They're 11-1. Geez, they are on a tear this season. Lamar Jackson MVP season loading up again. No doubt about it. Well, let's see if we can get a win against the Chiefs this week. We win this game, this will be a big confidence boost for a team that we're probably going to face in the playoffs. And unfortunately, we lose our first game in, I think, like 5 or 6 weeks. And we also got a new injury to show for it. So who's hurt now? Evan Ingram's out for 4 weeks with a broken wrist. Well, that's fun. Let me check out the depth chart really quick, or our roster, and I want to see what our tight end situation's looking like. I think our backup is pretty solid. Of course, we got that rookie we drafted. So Ingram is hurt, but we got Strange, so he'll be our starter. We got Ferguson, but I feel like that we should go out and get a backup tight end to help us out. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to the free agent pool, and I'm going to see who's available. Let me go to practice squad eligible first. Are there any solid tight ends on practice squads? None of them are really good. Okay, so I'm going to go actually to all. So Pharaoh Brown, Zach Ertz is there. So is Mo Alley Cox. Wow, some former starters, free agents. That's a little bit surprising to see. All right, well, the best guy is Pharaoh Brown, Zach Ertz. I'm going to bring in, I'm going to actually bring in Mo Alley Cox. I'm going to bring him in as a tight end to help us out a little bit during this stretch. I think that makes him, I think our other tight end is also rated at a 71 or something like that. So I'm actually doing this to take a look at the tight ends first. So yeah, Mo Alley Cox automatically becomes our starting tight end. 71 overall. Strange is actually a 70, but we do have to cut a player now because of that. So I don't want to do that. We have 3 quarterbacks on the roster, but I don't want to get rid of any of them. Looks like Milroe's actually gone up a point despite the fact he hasn't played this season. So for the future, that may mean good things. I don't care a penalty if we cut Thomas, so I can't cut him. What about any of these guys? I don't want to. I really don't want to incur any penalties. That's the dilemma I'm always in with these contracts. I don't want to get any penalties by cutting somebody. We have to cut a receiver. I'm going to move Parker Washington to the practice squad. Take a risk there. Okay, all right. Practice squad player signed. So we lost our another rookie. Xavier went to the Commanders. So we lost another practice squad guy. All right, another rookie we drafted. Okay, well, and we lost to the Chiefs only by 6. It wasn't a huge loss, but it was still a loss. We didn't lose our grip on the division lead, so we're still 9-3. Colts are still 7-4. Pretty sure the playoff picture hasn't changed, so I'm not going to look at that. Playing the 5-7 Texans this week. Hopefully we don't lay an egg in this one. And we beat the Texans by 11, so we're still winning okay, even without ETN. Cardinals this week, they're 5-8. Division, still leading the division by 1 game. So it looks like unless, we just lose out, pretty confident we'll win the AFC South this year. Well, and unfortunately, as I said that, we lose to the Cardinals. We're still first in the division, but the Colts won, we lost, so they have a chance to leapfrog us if we lose again to the 9-5 Steelers. And we actually dropped to the 3 seed now because the Chiefs beat us, so they're in the 2 seed right now. They took our spot. So we're the 3 seed right now, which means that there's no question about it. We'll definitely be playing a wild card game. We may be playing the wild card game at home, but then maybe on the road the rest of the playoffs. But we bounce back with the win against the Steelers. That's good. And we keep our grip on the division. The Colts actually lost. So we are now, once again, 1 game fully ahead. And it looks like, according to that X, we have clinched a playoff berth for the first time in this rebuild. I know it's only been 2 years so far, but we have clinched a playoff spot. So we will definitely be in the playoffs this season, even without our best offensive player. So yeah. Play the Seahawks this week. They're 9-6. Well, we could probably lose out and still be in the playoffs, but hopefully we win a few more games and win the division. Unfortunately, we lost to Seattle. We're still leading our division because the Colts also lost. So, playing the 49ers this week, pretty confident that we'll hold on to that 3 seed and the division title if we win, but I don't know. And we did lose to the 49ers, and unfortunately, we actually did not win the AFC South because of that this season. So, we are going to be going on the road for the whole playoffs, it looks like. So, playoffs. In year 2 for the rebuild of the Jaguars, we got the Chiefs taking on the Bills. We got the Colts against the Chargers. The Jets, we're going to be going up to face the Jets, so we got to play our former quarterback, Mac Jones, in the Meadowlands. And the Ravens have the number 1 seed. Cowboys have the number 1 seed in the NFC. It's the 49ers and the Cardinals. So an NFC West battle. We got the Packers and the Seahawks, a rematch of the 2003 wild card matchup. Or these teams have played before. 2014 NFC Championship game, if y'all remember that one. And we got the Bucks taking on the Eagles. So that's the playoffs in year 2. All right then. Well, here we go. I'm going to see how I play this. Going on the road to play the New York Jets. Hopefully this is the start of us having success in the playoffs. If we can just get 1 win in the postseason, for the second year of the rebuild, and us making the playoffs for the first time in the rebuild, to me, honestly, that would be good enough. But it's not going to be easy. This Jets team looks pretty good. I mean, Mac Jones is not an elite quarterback, but at the same time, they may still have some talent around this bunch. I assume Sauce Gardner is still there, and Breece Hall is still their starting running back. So, not going to be a walk in the park. 11-6 Jaguars. Bigsby, first carry, only gains 1 yard. Bigsby's got to be on his A game because he's been our starter the whole rest of the season since ETN has been hurt. So we need him to play some good football right now. Good catch, though, by Kirk. First down.
His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
We go, good throw. Got Kirk again. And another first down. Let's go, Christian.
Down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
On Bigsby.
Will give it to Bigsby.
Okay, 6-yard rush.
About a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Once again,
oh, man. Taken down.
Well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. Lawrence from the gun here.
Come on, Gabe. You're wide open. And he's in for the touchdown. Let's go. Gabe Davis touchdown right off the bat. Great way to start the first playoff game. All right, well, here come the Jets. Mac Jones, our former backup quarterback, facing him.
On the handoff, here comes Hall. A gain of
Stop
4
Breece
as
Hall
he's taken down.
for a 4-yard pickup.
Now whistles and a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working from the gun.
Get him, sack him. Let's go, defense. Nice job, Walker. Way to go.
Trayvon Walker, the former 1st overall pick, in there for the sack.
Good sack. Nice play.
3rd and long.
It's a 3rd and long way to go. That's the end of the first quarter.
1 quarter in the books in round 1. Of
We got a 7-point lead over the Jets on the road. Still a long way from victory.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Jones.
And he drops it. Wow, that was a bad drop.
Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring.
Well, they're on to kick the field goal with Greg Zuerlein.
What's his kick?
Kick is up and good. So the Jets do get on the board for the first time today with the field goal. Let's see if we can get another touchdown on this drive and keep the pressure on him. We got Bigsby in the backfield. It's 3rd and 1.
We'll try and run here.
We go Bigsby. Good blocking also by the O-line. Let's go. That's just the play we're looking for. Nice job. First down. Inside the 20.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence.
Ingram, make that play. Make that play. There we go, Evan.
Left side by
And he did dive and he got the touchdown. Let's go, Ingram. Nice play. Perfect. Now we're starting to seize the momentum. Well, the Jets got some of it back. They scored. And they're going to kick a field goal to get more points before the end of the first half.
This will be from 56 yards away.
56-yard field goal is
2 for 2.
good. So Zuerlein gets them on the board with a field goal. And we are in the 3rd quarter, but we got a 1st and goal situation here. By 1. See if we can increase our lead. Come on, Allaire. All right, solid run. Did the best you could.
Down at the 3-yard line. Let's go. 2nd and goal. He'll run with
Bigsby, 6. Touchdown.
And he is in. Take Big.
All right. Jets still fighting, though. They're only down 8. This game is far from over, though.
On first down, they
Ooh, oh, right. Brees Hall made a nice move there. I'm not going to lie. He had that cutback that took my ankles out.
Here's second and
But
6.
still. All right. Come on, D. Let's muscle up.
Gun, it's Jones.
Ooh.
A throw left side, taken in
it's good coverage, but
Defense does
still
a
caught
nice
it.
job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read.
We brought the blitz and we paid for it. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Jets. And they got the 2-point conversion, so they got this thing all tied up. It's 3rd down and 3. 28 seconds left in the third quarter. If we don't get this, hopefully Coach lets us go for it.
Third down,
But we don't have to worry about that because Bigsby once again picks up the first down. Nice run.
Picked up on the ground.
Let's change the play to wide trail for the trail play.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Had time, but then I didn't have time. Incomplete.
As time has expired, the third
All right, tied at 21 going into the fourth quarter. This one looks like it's going to come down to the wire against the Jets.
Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half.
Focus.
And for the call,
Okay.
let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Let's go throw it medium, actually. That's what I want to do. Set defensive focus. Defend the short pass. That's the focus that I want to do for this final quarter.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
I forgot about those quarter settings you could do.
In motion comes Thomas.
I think it only pops up when you go into the fourth quarter. Good catch by Kirk. Might have led him a little too much there, but he still made the reception. All right, that's 3rd down and 2. We really need to pick this up. Really want to pick this up. All right, I'm actually going to change play to an inside zone here. And Allaire barrels through, picks up the first down. Let's go. I just need to pick up the first. That's all I was looking for. Let's go with a punch. I don't know why I said it like that. All right, come on, Bigsby. Block through the... Okay, down to the 2.
He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
Someone tells me this toss play might be a bad idea, but let's give it a shot. And it was not. Bigsby is in for another touchdown. Capped off the drive with 6, just what we needed. All right, here we are on defense again. It's 4th and inches.
They're going to go, and it's Hall.
And they pick it up
He's
easily.
going to have a Jets first down.
KJL, what's up? How you doing?
They'll run here.
Oh, if I got off my block, I would have been able to make the tackle, but I couldn't get off of it.
Here is 2nd and 7. Now Jones.
Oh, I
To the left side.
freaking missed it. He was in good coverage there, but I dove for it, tried to make the deflection, didn't work. I went aggressive with the ball play, and it didn't happen. Okay, he made the catch. He's down at the 1. 2-minute warning. So they're on the doorstep of tying this thing up. Might mean we're going to have to drive down the field and kick a field goal to win this thing. I don't think we're going to be able to stop them at this point. They've been able to run pretty well on us. Fight through it. Okay. Good stop. 3rd and goal. All right. One more stop. Well, actually 2 more because they're going to go for it on 4th down. There's no way they're not going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll drop to throw.
And he's open for touchdown.
Mike Williams.
So the Jets tie it up, but what we got to do is drive down the field, kick a field goal, win the game. That's all we got to do. Trevor Lawrence, this is where you earn your money, son.
On 1st and 10. Lawrence.
Come on, make that catch. There you go, Kirk. There you go, Captain Kirk. Let's go.
And they bring him down, but
That's a good start. You just need a few. All we need is just a basic pass. We just need to make the plays to get us in position, and then we'll win this game.
To throw is Lawrence.
And, freaking sacked. Hold on, I held onto that ball too long.
Second and long. Now Lawrence.
Make that catch. Ingram, let's go. Let's go, Ingram. What a play. All right, now we can start running this ball and milking some of the clock. The Jets only have one timeout left, and they'll probably use it after we run this play. And they do. They're out of timeouts. So all we got to do is set this thing up in the middle of the field, run it a couple more times, kick a field goal, game's over. All right, come on. Get around there, Bixby. There we go. All right, we're in the middle of the field now. That's good. Let's milk as much of this clock as we can, because the last thing I want to do is leave the Jets with any time to do anything. Easy win? Well, it got a little tight here in the end. All we got to do is just run the football, hold on to it, and we'll win. Field goal. Get out of here with our first win of the rebuild.
They put Strange in motion. They'll stick to the ground.
Bixby gets us down to the 2-yard line.
First and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6
All right.
points.
I'm going to take my time. I'm going to wait till the clock ticks down to like a few seconds. And I'm going to call a timeout. I didn't even spend any of my timeouts on this drive until like right now.
And they get a fresh set of downs.
Favorite NFL team? Cowboys, man. But I like to do rebuilds with with different teams in Madden. You know, I like to do that. I like to do rebuilds with different teams. All right, call timeout.
And we are set for a great
I did do a Cowboys franchise, but after I won 3 consecutive Super Bowls with them, I kind of got bored of it, so I started moving on to rebuilds. But I like doing rebuilds of really any team in the Maddens. Okay, 2 seconds. Kick the field goal. We go to the divisional round, and we win our first playoff game of the Jaguars rebuild. Great building block to start out with. And look, we're doing all of this without Travis Etienne. Our best offensive player is out for the rest of the season. So,
they got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round.
Clutch drive in the last minute by Trevor Lawrence. Big time plays. Defense, I mean, we let up some plays, but you know what? Hey, a win is a win in the playoffs. Any playoff win is a good win, believe me. And we're one step closer to the Super Bowl. That's all that matters. All right, then. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the playoff bracket, and let's see what happened. Okay, so the Chiefs beat the Bills again. They always do. The Colts beat the Chargers. Of course, we beat the Jets. So we have to play the Ravens. Oh, man, we got to go up against Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens have been great this year. At one point, I saw they were like 11-1. So we're basically playing MVP-level Lamar Jackson this season in Baltimore. Well, it looks like we're going to be on the road for the rest of the playoffs anyway, regardless of whether we get the Super Bowl or not. So in Madden 24, I rebuilt a ton of teams. It's going to be hard for me to list them. But in Madden 24, I rebuilt a bunch of teams. This is actually only my second full rebuild that I've done. The rebuild that I was trying to do was with the Denver Broncos, but unfortunately, the coach kept getting fired, so I decided to move on to another team, and I just chose a team that, as the owner, so I wouldn't get fired, because I want things to be realistic. So, yeah, so I tried to rebuild the Broncos, but it didn't work. But I will say, I got a lot of mileage out of Madden 24. I rebuilt a ton of teams, and I've turned in Madden 24, I rebuilt the Patriots, the Cardinals, the Panthers, the Jets, the Saints, the Raiders, the Giants, a bunch of teams. I'm probably leaving one out. Oh, the Bears. I think I rebuilt the Bears in last year's Madden as well. If you want to check out any of those videos, man, they're on my channel underneath my live stream section if you want to go check them out. Only rebuilt the Chargers? Yeah. Rebuilds can be fun sometimes if you have like a couple of star players on the team and you can build around them. All right, so that's the way things looked in the AFC. Let's check out the NFC. The 49ers beat the Cardinals. The Seahawks upset the Packers in Lambeau Field, and the Bucs beat the Eagles. I watched like 7. Okay. And looks like for the divisional round, it's the Cowboys against the Seahawks and the 49ers against the Bucs. So that's the way the playoffs look for the divisional round. Meanwhile, we got to go play Baltimore, who's 15-2. They're an 89 overall. They got an 88 offense, a 91 defense. I want to see what Lamar Jackson is rated right now. Is he a 99? He's a 99. Okay, so they got a 99 overall Lamar Jackson. They got a 92 overall Derrick Henry. Zay Flowers is an 89, but it looks like he's injured, so that's not good. Bateman's an 82. They got a 78 Atwell. So the receiving core is not very elite, although Mark Andrews is a 97 overall tight end. What about defensively? Who do they have on defense? Isaac is an 80 overall. Roquan Smith is a 98. 86 Away. 93 Marlon Humphrey. 87 Nate Wiggins. 82 Brandon Stevens. Free safety got an 88 Marcus Williams. Kyle Hamilton's a 92. Okay. So Ravens, looking pretty good. Getting better by the milliseconds. I don't know. I mean, in Madden, I feel like he's the modern day Vic. I mean, you can scramble with him and do whatever you want to do. I've never really played a lot with Lamar Jackson, partly because I've never rebuilt the Ravens. I mean, you don't really need to rebuild the Baltimore Ravens when you have a 99 overall Lamar Jackson. Yeah, like he was like 90 in Madden in the previous Maddens, but like I feel like that when you go through like one season in franchise mode in any Madden, well, not any Madden, but like the last couple of Maddens, Lamar will just jump to the 99 overall club within that year. And the Ravens will be like one of the top teams. And they already are. Like in real life, the Ravens are pretty good. I know in real life they start out pretty bad, but hey, I watched every single minute of that Cowboys game that they ran roughshod over them for 4 quarters. So yeah, I'm just saying the Ravens this year in real life be back in the AFC Championship game, but we'll see. Okay, so anyway, back to business with us. We got to play the divisional round, and we got to play these Ravens. We got to face Mr. 99 overall Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. So let's see if we can get our second playoff win of the rebuild.
Madden football brings you the divisional round
Excuse
of
me.
NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jaguars and the Ravens, and it comes your way next.
All right.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Well, we had a close wild card win on the road against New York. Can we duplicate that success in Baltimore? It won't be easy because not only do they have Lamar Jackson, but they got a lot of good players on this Baltimore Ravens team. So here we go.
Taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
And the Ravens are already looking like they're starting to drive down the field. They are. All right. Okay, well, being 3rd and inches, I just got to send the house. We're going to run it with Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry. Look at this. Like, you can only attack him from so many ways. God, this Ravens team is so stacked. I don't know how we're going to get this one.
Now they'll put a receiver in.
Oh, they're going to get a... I thought they were going to get a delay game for sure. Okay, well, we slowed down Henry on that run. That was good. I don't want to really spread anybody out because I want everybody, some guys to be in the box, stop Lamar Jackson if he decides to tuck and run. Oh, there we go. Lamar didn't get in. All right, 3rd and goal at the 1. Let's see if we can actually make a goal line stand here. That would be huge to start out the game. Jets and now the Ravens. Yeah, I know. Okay, they finally called a penalty on them. Well, not finally. But they were close to getting illegal procedure penalties for, like, the first couple of plays. Yeah, this team in this game right now, in this year of the rebuild, is 15-2. Oh, my. Okay, we made the tackle, and now it's 4th down. Wow. Okay. Hey, that's a pretty big win for the defense, if he asks me. So when he's forced into a field goal, Justin Tucker's going to make it. He doesn't miss. All right, well, Tucker gets them on the board first, so the Ravens strike first. But, hey, that was a good goal line stand by us because they got all the way down to the 1-yard line and they didn't punch it in. So that was pretty good. That was a pretty good job by our defense. And unfortunately, the first quarter ended, so I didn't get to run a play. All right, so we're down 3-0 after 1 quarter, but hey, there's still a lot of football left, and it looks like we're already mounting a pretty good drive. So now, let's see if we can finish this off. We really gotta.
Now Lawrence.
Come on, Trevor. Didn't hold on to the ball. Come on. It's 4th down. They're going to let us go for it? All right. Hey, playoffs, everything's up a notch. Come on, Trevor. Catch. Kirk. Thank you. First down. Beautiful. Just the play we needed. Corner strike here.
So here's the situation upcoming. 2nd quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt.
Make that catch on the outside. 1st down. There we go. Perfect.
Before going out.
Heck of a job.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Oh, I had him. Had him over the middle.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the gun.
On Bigsby. Bigsby up the middle, touchdown. Picking right up where he left off last week. We get a first touchdown of the game to take the lead on the road. Beautiful.
2nd quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
Oh, couldn't get the ball to Kirk. Well, 4th and 7, they're not going to let us go for that. We get a stop on defense again. It's 3rd down and 8. Let's see if we can convert this time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Did Kirk make the... Oh, no, he didn't. That wasn't even Kirk. That was Davis. Still, we can't convert again. All right, back on defense. It's 3rd down and 1. I think they're passing it, but I'm not ruling out Lamar tucking it. Yeah, they did throw it. At least they made the tackle right away, but they did get a 1st and goal. Ravens got a chance to take the lead before the half. Get in there. And we get the sack. Let's go. Big time sack there on Lamar Jackson. Way to go, Armstead. Great play. Great play, defense.
It's a loss of 5. Throwing is Jackson.
Pressure's almost getting there on most plays, so at least Jackson's not just able to sit back there and do whatever he wants. So that's pretty good. Okay, Ravens called a timeout because obviously they don't want to walk away with no points. We're still up 7-3, so they could kick a field goal to bring this within 1, and it looks like they're going to do that. Tucker's kick is good, so the Ravens get the field goal to narrow the gap to 1 before the half. We are back on defense, and of course they are driving. It's 3rd down and 5. Ooh, boy. Get in there. Oh, okay, we do get in there. Great job. Allen got in there with the sack. Let's go. Force a field goal. Well, they'll take the lead offensively. We got to get something going. We got to put a drive together on offense.
Tucker's kick is good.
Well, this offense looks overpowering with Lamar Jackson, and we limited them to only 3 field goals in this game. So that's pretty good. But it looks like, once again, on offense, we can't do anything. So our offense, it looks like, has gone ice cold ever since the first quarter. It's 3rd down and 15, so they got a long ways to go to pick this up. And we get a sack on Lamar Jackson. with Walker. Allen was there too, but we get another sack on Jackson. It's 4th and 23. They'll probably kick it, so at least we're limiting damage. It's the 4th quarter. They're going to give us this whole drive. We got a chance to go down the field and win it right here. But we need 7, not 3.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Come on, make that play. Here we go, Kurt. Forward, pick it up. All right. You did pick it up. Great job.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
We go actually slants. Okay, couldn't get the play off. 2-minute warning. All right, 12-7. We can go down the field and we can win it with a touchdown. That's all we need to win the game.
This is 1st and 10. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And that's complete
Come on,
to Davis.
break away from him.
Here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
All right, 2nd and 2.
2nd down. Lawrence.
Bixby. Great catch, Bixby. Run. Run, boy, run. All right, great job, great job. I feel like I don't need to burn those timeouts just yet because there's still a decent amount of time left.
I know they just gave up the 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with.
Throw it. He's open. Juke out of him. Gabe Davis touchdown. Although I think we scored way too early. But he was open, and he ran it in himself. We didn't even need to turn. Did we miss the extra point, or did we go for it and miss it? Oh, my God.
Field goal last time. We'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
Defense. Y'all got to make a play.
Coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right?
Pick that. Oh, my gosh. You had it, Campbell. You had it. You had it, man. Come on. Oh, come on, man. That was the game right there.
That's it.
Game is over if you just hold on to the ball. And on the next play, Andrews does that. God. Oh.
Here's 1st and 10.
Oh. They're in field goal range. They're in field goal range already.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50
They're going to probably be running it.
to go in the game. Jackson to throw. Looking for
Okay, he didn't get the first. They just called their 2nd to last.
As they get the stoppage with just under 50
You know what? I'm not going to gamble. I'm going to stay in the defense that we're in.
Throwing Jackson.
And we get the sack on Lamar Jackson. Let's go. I'm going to call a timeout because they're going to kick a field goal. They're probably going to make it. We still have a chance. It's a slim chance, but it's a chance. I'm not going to ice Tucker. There's no point in doing that. He'll make this to give him the lead.
Tucker's kick is good.
All right, wow. But Tyson Campbell, you had the game-sealing interception in your hands, and you let it go.
All right, things getting interesting now. They begin this drive with still 2 timeouts in their back.
Well, on the flip side, we just need a field goal now to win, too.
Into the hands of Ingram. And he gets this to the
And we have to burn a timeout because we have an injured player. That's fine.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
Whew.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
And he drops it. Jesus, come on.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Yep, see you later. Have a good one, man.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Here's Lawrence.
Make that catch. Here we go, Thomas. Let's go.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I think we're in field goal range, but I want to get one more completion.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
Stunt Lawrence. All right, let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Timeout.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So
all right, after all of that we've been through, still have a chance. Send it to overtime. We're only down by 2 points.
So now this one's going to rest on the
All right, this is going to send us to the AFC Champion. Of course, they ice us. I should have kicked it earlier.
Get a timeout.
My controller's going to start vibrating uncontrollably now.
And now this game's
Oh,
going to come
boy.
down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win.
And it's good. But there's a flag.
And they are moving on to the AFC Championship game.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Decline. It's over. We're going to the AFC Championship game.
Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say
Wow.
so long, everybody.
Wow, that was a barn burner. Gave up the lead in the final minute, but we win it with a field goal, and we knock off the number 1 seeded Ravens 16-15, and we're on our way to the AFC Championship game. Probably going to be facing the Chiefs next. Wow. What a magnificent win. That was too close for comfort. And it is the Chiefs. They're 14-3, still on the road. Let's check out the playoff bracket and see what else happened. We, of course, beat the Ravens on a walk-off field goal. So back-to-back games, we've kicked a field goal to win the game. Our last 2 playoff wins have been by less than 3 points or fewer. And the Chiefs beat the Colts handily to go to the AFC Championship. Divisional side, Cowboys beat the Seahawks, and the Buccaneers beat the 49ers. So it's Cowboys, Bucks, and us, the Jaguars, taking on the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. So here we go. 1 game away from the Super Bowl. Let's see if we can beat Mahomes at Arrowhead and punch our ticket to the big dance. To the big game.
It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Kansas City. It's the Jags and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Looks like the Chiefs have pretty much all their players from last season, so tough game coming up.
Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Coming up, 1 game to decide who represents the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the
1 win to get to the Super Bowl. Let's get it
The
done.
stadium is packed. Here's Lawrence to throw right away.
Over the middle, we find Kirk right off the bat for the first down. Good start.
He's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Surprised it's not snowing here in Kansas City for the AFC Championship, but whatever. There we go. Ingram, first down.
They'll mark him down.
Solid opening drive so far.
44-yard line. A first down throw for Lawrence.
Good catch by Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First carry for the
Go Bigsby.
Tank Bigsby.
Solid run, 8-yard pickup.
He takes it forward for 8 yards. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground.
Bigsby. Oh,
Finding space.
open hole, touchdown, Bigsby. We get the first points of the game.
Gonna catch him.
Nice. Tell you what, we've caught fire in the playoffs for sure. Here come the Chiefs. They're in the red zone.
Right back to the air from Mahomes.
Forgot Kelsey retired, so they don't have him at tight end anymore.
On a pass play that moves them down
These are the 3-time defending Super Bowl champions. So they're still wanting more. They want to go for their 4th in a row. And Pacheco gets into the end zone for the touchdown. They got this thing tied up. But we got another good drive going in the second quarter. First and 10. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with a nice run against his former teammates. Gets a first down.
They're going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6. Working out of the gun, it's
Over the
Lawrence.
middle, it's caught. Kirk, touchdown.
3. And he's in.
Woo! Spike that. 14-7. Everything's going well so far. Defensively, hopefully we can make a stop here. Keep the Chiefs out of the end zone.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down.
All right, Xavier Worthy didn't break free from that one.
Man in motion is Brown.
Get there.
He pulls it in around
Good
the
tackle by the rookie. Styles, let's go.
Nice open field
The former
tackle there.
Ohio State
He could
Buckeye.
not get free. He gains nothing.
Looks like Morgan Moses and Eric Armstead are both out for this game. That's not a good sign. But Walker's in there.
On third down, Mahomes.
And it's a touchdown to Noah Gray. They got this thing tied up again. It's first and 10.
On first and 10, Lawrence. He'll let one go.
Not enough air underneath that one to get to it.
Considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield.
Thomas, there we go. First down.
So far, they've come out hot in this one.
Timeout. We got another lineman down. Morst.
Down at the opposing 46-yard line. The break the
Players getting injured left and right now.
First and 10.
And that one was nearly picked off.
It's incomplete. Gabe Davis, the intended receiver, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence.
Nice catch, Gabe. Nice catch.
And they're gonna move this ball inside
Dislocated
the
ankle,
25-yard
so we
line.
lost our starting center for the rest of the game. That's
That last
good.
completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range.
Come on, Edwards-Helaire.
The idea is
Good catch.
continue to work the clock
Call
down,
timeout.
take a couple shots
Have
at
one
the
left.
end zone. You want to get
Finish the
points,
drive some points,
ideally
guys.
a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Lawrence now to throw on first down.
Oh, he did catch it. Wow. I thought I led him badly, but Gabe Davis, touchdown, left corner of the end zone, back on top. That DB was kind of creeping there. I thought I missed time to throw a little bit. Well, the Chiefs can't get into the end zone to match us this time. I do think they get the ball to start the second half, though, so them kicking a field goal could actually be pretty beneficial. They make it, so they're down 21-17 going into the half, and I think they get the ball to start the half. Well, if they did, they didn't do anything with it. Now it's 3rd down and 4. We still need to keep the pressure on them.
In motion comes Thomas.
One more half until the Super Bowl.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down.
Here we go, Kirk. Oh, man, I thought he had a chance to break free on that one. Tell you one thing, Trevor Lawrence has played very well in the playoffs so far. I mean, the sim, maybe, but I have yet to throw an interception with him in the playoffs. Hopefully by me saying that, I didn't just jinx him, but how can I when I'm running the ball? And Edwards-Helaire picks up another first.
At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. In motion comes Thomas. On first down, Lawrence.
Here we go, make that play. Kirk,
Throw left side.
you've been the man all year. Touchdown.
He is in. Christian.
Now we keep the pressure on the Chiefs. We're up by 11 in the 4th quarter. They're creeping back into this thing, though. We're on defense. They actually have a chance to take the lead here. So everything's starting to kind of tighten up a little bit more. But us scoring,
Here's a run.
touchdowns on more of our possessions has been big, but Pacheco gets around the edge
Takes it
and he gets the first
down to
goal.
the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes.
There we go. Make the tackle. There we go. Nice job by Kobe.
And that is not going to
Way to
work
make a
out
play.
as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal. Mahomes.
And he's wide open, Rashee Rice with the touchdown. So the Chiefs finally take the lead for the first time in the game. They get the 2-point conversion. So now we got to go down the field. Got 3 minutes left in the game. Really want to get 7 here to just kind of leave no doubt. Over the middle, make that play. There we go. Ooh, that was a pretty big hit he took at the end, but he caught it. We got a lot of time here to try to score a touchdown. I really just don't want to give Mahomes the ball back. Try to run up the middle with Lawrence, but it didn't work. Instead, he gets sacked.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw.
We're going to make that catch, Brian. Oh!
It's Thomas.
All right, 2-minute warning. We got a 3rd and 2 situation here. Hopefully we can pick this up. The screen pass probably isn't the best idea to run here. We're going to try it out. Get those blocks, and he got it for the first down. All right.
The first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
All right, come on, Kirk. Make that catch. He's got it.
Downfield, it's Kirk.
We spend a timeout. Probably got an injury.
Inside the 25-yard line.
Kirk's going to the locker room. Oh, jeez. Well, Beckham, this is why we brought you in here.
It's 1st and 10.
Run, Trevor.
He keeps it himself.
Run.
And he'll be taken down.
Oh, he didn't get out of bounds.
This has been a great
Torn labrum. Wow, so even if we win this game, we probably won't have Kirk for the Super Bowl. We're going to have to go into this game with backup receivers galore. We got backups on top of backups at the skill positions. There we go, Beckham. All right, almost there. We're down to the 1-yard line.
Close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. 2nd down, goal to go. Now Lawrence.
Strange, our backup tight end with the clutch catch of the season. How poetic is that? There's still 1 minute left, though, but we got the touchdown to take the lead. That was huge. Now we just got to make one more stop on defense, and we'll be in the Super Bowl with a bunch of injuries. Because unfortunately, with Christian Kirk's injury, there's no way he's going to be able to play in the Super Bowl since he suffered a torn labrum. Good tackle right there. We spent a timeout.
Pick up on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They come up for 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes.
There we go, Walker. Way to make the tackle. That wasn't even a sack. That was just a tackle to gain a couple of yards.
They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. The game.
All right, 3rd and 5. It's 4-down territory, so whatever they do, they're going to go for it. Oh, we get the pick. It's over.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Foye Oluokun.
Oluokun with the game-sealing interception to send us to the Super Bowl. Jaguars going to the Super Bowl for the first time in their history. Let's go. We're 1 win away from finishing this rebuild in only 2 seasons. Let's go. And Andy Reid's mustache kept disappearing and reappearing. That was funny. Wow, what a magnificent win. Unfortunately, it looks like we walked away from this game very less than whole. I think we're going into the Super Bowl without our best receiver. We're without our starting running back. Yeah. Anyway, let's check out what else happened. And we're going to be taking on my Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Oh, my goodness. And the Cowboys beat the Bucs to get to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1995 for them. So this is a Super Bowl that is pretty insane. Let's view weekly awards. Trevor Lawrence and Oluokun with the interception. But Lawrence had 301 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns. He was sacked once. He got AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So Trevor Lawrence, he's answered some questions this season. I think drafting Jalen Milroe might have helped nip at his heels a little bit to convince him to start playing better. So I got to check out the injury report and see who won't be able to play in the Super Bowl. So Mitch Morse has a dislocated ankle. He's out for 4 weeks, so he won't be able to play in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to put anybody on IR because there's no point. There's only one game left, and it's the big one. Armstead has a broken thumb. He'll miss the Super Bowl. Christian Kirk has a torn labrum. He'll miss the game. Of course, we already know that ETN is on IR. Tank Bigsby also is hurt with a foot fracture, so we don't have our backup running back either. So we got Edwards-Helaire. Oh, man, we only have, I think 2 running backs on the roster right now. And Moses has a broken finger, so our starting right tackle is also going to miss the Super Bowl. So we're going to have to play against a Dallas Cowboys team that's really good. We don't have our starting center, right tackle, starting running back, backup running back, and starting wide receiver. I don't know how we're going to be able to win this game. But that's why we play. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire is our starting running back. We're going to have Robinson back him up, and Blossomgame is going to be our third running back going into this game. Receiving-wise, obviously this means that Odell is going to get more playing time. He, of course, is going to be our third best receiver. We have Duvernay, who's going to get more playing time now. We have Thomas, and, of course, we have Gabe Davis. So Gabe Davis automatically becomes our best receiver. Brian Thomas actually has progressed pretty well. He's up to an 83 at the end of his second season. So he's progressed pretty well dating back to his rookie year last year. So at least we have 2 80 receivers, even if our number 1 receiver is down, that we can lose. So if we continue this rebuild, if we don't win the Super Bowl, then I got a feeling that I'm willing to let Christian Kirk walk if we're going to have 2 mid-80s receivers going into next season. But we will see about that. But if we win the Super Bowl, the rebuild is over and we're moving on. So here we go. I'm not going to look at the Pro Bowl roster because since we're in the Super Bowl, we're not going to have anybody on the team. So let's go ahead and advance and see who won the awards this year. Can't imagine really any Jaguars were up for anything based on the fact that we were a wildcard team and wasn't really that good. The MVP goes to Brock Purdy. Coach of the Year is John Harbaugh. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Lamar Jackson. No Jaguars. Defensive Player of the Year, no Jaguars there. Offensive Rookie of the Year, no Jaguars there. Defensive Rookie of the Year, nobody. Best quarterback, Trevor Lawrence actually finished 10th. Best running back, Bigsby finished 9th. I mean, ETN was lost in the midway point of the season, so he probably wasn't really eligible. Best receiver, no love for Christian Kirk. Best offensive lineman, Morse finished 10th. Of course, unfortunately, he's going to miss the Super Bowl with an injury. And Eric Armstead, who's also hurt, he was 7th for best offensive lineman. Best linebacker, nobody. Best corner, Tyson Campbell finished 10th. Best kicker, Little finished 9th. So no Jaguars up for any awards, even being close to it. But it is what it is. So here we go. Chance for us to end the rebuild right here. So here we go. We are severely undermanned.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
I wish that was there for every game.
Home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's
So
the
this is
Cowboys and the
Super Bowl
Jags, and it's
60.
all
Super Bowl
up
60.
next.
This is the big 6-0, and it's the Cowboys trying to get their 6th championship. Jaguars are in the Super Bowl for the first time in their history, and it looks like that we're actually playing this game in Jerry World. So we have a chance to spoil this huge party at Jerry World if we beat the Cowboys in their own stadium in the Super Bowl. That would be big. Time to finish. Hopefully we can finish this rebuild with a Super Bowl win, despite all the injuries we have. But you know what? We've had a lot of young guys that have stepped up in every playoff game despite the injuries that we've had. So we just have to rely on those backups one more time in the Super Bowl. And on offense, we already got a pretty good drive going here. We got a 3rd down and 10.
In motion comes Thomas. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw.
And Gabe holds on to the ball for the 1st down. Let's go. Big conversion right there. Gabe Davis wants to step up.
Lawrence now on
Duvernay,
2nd down.
former Raven,
Duvernay
makes the catch for another 1st.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Working out of the gun is
Beckham.
Lawrence.
Trying to get his 2nd Super Bowl. Broken collar. Oh my God. And Duvernay is hurt too. Broken collarbone. Well, looks like it's time to put the rookie Harris in there we drafted from Ole Miss. He'll still be playing the rest of the game. We are so thin. The injury bug has just been hurting us so badly.
They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Player almost was in the end zone. It's 3rd down and 1. Let's punch this in. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire gets us on the board with the 1st touchdown of the game. He's able to get past Micah for the touchdown. 1st and 10. Cowboys are driving.
Again, Prescott to the air.
And Brandon Cooks was wide open in the corner. Cowboys tie it up. I mean, we're short in so many ways. You know what? Let's change to an inside zone run play. I know it's inches. I just want to make sure that we pick this up. Oh, my God. The Overshown came in there with the tackle, and we couldn't get the 1st. And the Cowboys on offense again. 3rd down and 2. Maybe I should have just passed it. Looks like they got a new starting running back. Not sure who that is. Probably a rookie. CD makes the catch for a 1st down.
And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Now again,
Make the tackle. There we go. Bring him down.
get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal.
All right. 2-minute warning. Tied at 7. Cowboys trying to get a score before the end of the 1st half. They're on the doorstep.
Super Bowl 60. After this,
Hopefully we can keep them out of the end zone.
ball still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Short throw.
Middle was too open. Lloyd couldn't get to Ferguson, and it's a touchdown. Cowboys take the lead. Well, if we can go down the field and we can tie this.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Clock running. Lawrence hurries his guys to the line. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence.
On Ingram, make that play. Get out of bounds, preserve some of that time. Nice catch. And run, too.
Of this Super Bowl. And good for the 1st down. Now here's Lawrence.
All right, Gabe, sideline grab,
And it's complete
9-yard pickup.
to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. To throw is Lawrence.
Beckham,
That is caught right side by Beckham.
touchdown. Odell Beckham Jr., Jacksonville Jaguar, touchdown. That's got to be his 1st touchdown of the season, and what better time to do it? That's why we brought you in here, for help at receiver. And I'm so glad I did, because it gave us some more veteran depth, because we had guys get hurt. Great job, Odell. But Dallas driving here at the end of the 1st half.
They'll be forced to
And that one sails, so it's 2nd and 10. They're going to kick a field goal to take the lead before the half.
He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really...
Brandon Aubrey gives them the lead going into halftime, 17-14. Still got work to do to secure the first Super Bowl in franchise history with the rebuild. But here come the Cowboys again.
On third down, Prescott.
Oh, man, Ferguson is so open.
He's got a touch.
They score here, it'll be a 10-point lead.
Dak to throw. This pass right side.
Ceedee almost scored there.
And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it
Go
coming
fireman.
after the catch. It's second down. Now Prescott.
And, of course, Ferguson is wide open in the flat for 6. Dallas, 10-point lead. But we scored to pull within 3. It's 3rd and 28. We need to stop them here to give ourselves a chance to win this game.
Dak facing 3rd and long.
Incomplete. Punt. Way to go, defense. That's just what we needed. All right, it's 4th and 1. Coach is going to let us go for it. Let's do it. Come on, Clyde.
They'll run.
Run it up the middle. First down.
He's going to have a Jags first down.
Nice. We didn't score. God. We have to make a stop.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. This one.
Brandon Cooks was so open.
Complete to Cooks.
2-minute warning. Dallas is up by 6.
In Super Bowl 60.
Oh, I don't think we're going to be able to pull this one off unless a miracle happens.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Up the middle they
They
go.
run it.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Timeout.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55.
And if they don't score anything here, we got a shot, but they're going to kick a field goal.
Back
We
to the
can't get
ground.
a
He'll get it again. Now
defense,
they are in
just
business
can't get any stops.
inside the 15-yard line.
Well, looks like our carpet ride is, our magic carpet ride is ending.
With 1:51 to go. Space getting tight
So
here.
we just
Down
couldn't
to
make
the
enough
13-yard
plays.
line. They work first
But hey,
and 10.
we've got
Stay on the ground.
so many of our top players injured.
Just a short game.
It's been tough for any team to try to win this game
Third and final
with as many
timeout.
injuries as we have.
And they'll get together prior to the second down play. They'll stick with him again. And good hard running.
Can't stop the
Get
clock
him down.
anymore. It's 3rd and 1.
First down. Might be a yard short. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Try to pick this one
All right, we stop them there.
And this
4th
one
down, they'll kick it.
It's back at the 5-yard line now.
Actually, they're going for it.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Getting the tough yards, they'll go with that.
He's short. So we got 22 seconds left to try to win this game. But that's a tough thing to do. And we are so backed up. We need, we need miracles.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to air this out for Davis. And he'll be taken down below.
Spike it, spike it, spike. We couldn't even do that. And we lose the Super Bowl to the Cowboys. Well, I guess if my favorite team's going to spoil my rebuild, it is what it is. Well, we just didn't make enough plays in the end to win that game. Now, in last year's Madden, I got all the way to the Super Bowl, I think in year 2 with the Raiders, but we did not continue the rebuild because I felt like I had kind of gotten to the end of the line. But not with this case. We're going to keep rebuilding this team. We finished 1 game short of winning it all. We had injuries on top of injuries. Defense, offense, everywhere. We had so many injuries. It was unreal. Well, let's check out the season recap. So, year 2 of the rebuild, we get all the way to the Super Bowl, but we lose it to the Cowboys. They win their 6th Super Bowl. The MVP was Dak Prescott. And looks like Offensive Player of the Year overall actually went to Jalen Hurts. Defensive Player of the Year went to Fred Warner of the 49ers. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Quinshon Judkins from the Cowboys. So they did draft him. That was the running back that we faced. Mykel Williams, Defensive Rookie of the Year, the Panthers. So, yeah. Well, and also we're going into an offseason where we don't have a whole lot of money. So I don't know how much better we can make this team other than what we already have and who's still on contract for the next couple of seasons. So that's pretty tough. Let's check out weekly awards. Well, if it's any consolation, hey, only, 2 teams played, so we did have some recognition for the Super Bowl. All right, let's check out the retirements. I want to see if anybody from the Jaguars retired. Dino Smith retired. Cameron Hayward retired. So did Kareem Jackson. Okay. Let's see who retired from the Jaguars if we had anybody. We didn't have any retired players. Okay. All right, then. So once again, another year, we got no retirements. Let's go to mock draft 4. So obviously, we're going to have the second to last pick in this year's draft. And they project us to take Drew Shelton, left tackle. Well, we could use offensive line help, but I feel like we may need to go with, hey, that could change because we're probably going to lose some players this offseason in terms of, depth and other things. So let's advance to the re-sign period. This is our last chance to negotiate. We still haven't signed Christian Kirk. I can't even make this offer, can I? Yeah. But can I franchise tag him? I don't have the money to even make that offer. I don't have the room to do it. We only have $8.5 million. Okay, well, let me try something here. I want to see if we can already restructure contracts. Can we do that or no? Just sign ETN to a new deal. We can restructure his contract through $3.87 million. All right, so with restructuring his contract, can we now sign Christian Kirk? Can we do that? Did it free up enough for us to sign him? We got $12 million now. I still don't have the salary cap room to make that signing. Okay. All right. Well, let's try to. Well, let's keep. Let's try to negotiate. Let's try to restructure some other deals. What about Josh Allen? We can restructure his deal. We'll free $13.8 million in cap space. Okay, this has to help us in retaining Kirk. I would hope so. Will it? Please, come on. We have $26 million now. He's excited to stay. Now we only have $10 million left, but I think everybody else can go home, can go away. Yeah, I won't be bringing back anybody. Not even Morgan Moses. I think we're just probably going to draft a right tackle in this year's draft. Fully go forward there. But I actually want to go ahead and see if I can free up some more cap space, some of these other deals. Can I do anything with Lloyd's deal? No, I can't. I can't do anything with his contract. But at least the top 2 guys, Etienne and Allen, I was able to do that. What about Ingram? I think I already restructured his contract once, so I can. It'll free up 1.59, but that's not a lot that frees up, but it frees up a little bit. Okay. So even though we signed Kirk, can I actually restructure his deal again? It'll free $4.8 million. Okay. So that's good. What about Loco? We can restructure his deal. It'll free $6.69 million. That's great. Guys that are in the top 10, I feel like we should be able to restructure some of their deals to free up some space. We can't restructure Gabe Davis's contract, though. Maybe it's because he's in the last year. Is he? Yeah, he's going into his last year, so we can't do anything with him. What about Campbell's contract? We can restructure his. It'll free $4.18 million. That's cool. Trevor Lawrence, can we restructure his deal? We can't do anything with his deal. How many more years are left on Lawrence's contract anyway? So we got $35 million. Yeah, he's gonna be on the books for forever for the rest of the rebuild. What about Cam Robinson? Can we restructure his deal? We can. Free $2.68 million. So that's good. What about Trayvon Walker? Nope, can't do it. Brian Thomas is still on his rookie deal, but it looks like we can free up a little bit. He's progressed pretty well. He's up to an 83, so gives me a little more confidence in sticking with him. What about Cisco? Can we adjust his contract a little bit? We can. Free $1.3 million. We're starting to get into let's see. At what point do we start kind of getting into some of the backups? Can we adjust the punter's contract? No, we can't even do anything with his contract. Let's see. Can we go actually position by position? Can we adjust big? No, we can't do that. How about Keelan Robinson? We can restructure his deal. We only free up $20K, but still free up something. That's strange. Let's see about Cleveland. Can't do anything with his contract. Morse is going to hit free agency. I think Scherf is going to hit free agency as well. What about Hodges? Can we adjust his contract? Nope. I'm starting to get the point we can't really readjust these. So you know what? If Moses is going to hit free agency, it may be worth it to keep Harrison for depth reasons, mainly depth reasons. So now, because we made all these adjustments, we have $32 million. Oh, we can accept the fifth-year option on him. Okay, so that's so that's better. Okay. So because of that, though, I think I'm just going to let everybody else walk, though. Well, we're losing more, so we're also... Okay, so I'm going to see if I can keep Fortner here on a cheap one-year deal. He's excited to sign. Okay, that only ate up $3 million. Just for backup reasons, for depth. Yeah. All right. We're going into free agency with everything looking like this. So, restructured contracts gives us some more cap room this year. So let's see about free agency, and let's see how much money we have to even spend in free agency. We have $28.6 million to spend. Okay, who are some of the top guys? Well, we do need help at linebacker, but really none of these guys really fit our scheme. Juszczyk is a free agent, so we could get a massive upgraded fullback. We can get help at receiver if we get like Jamison Williams, but our receiving core actually is not that bad, so I think I'm going to probably stick with that. All right, let's take a look at our roster for real and see what positions we just really need to look at upgrading in free agency this offseason, if we can do that first. So quarterback situation is looking pretty much the same. Running backs, with ETN coming back from injury, we should be solid there. No worries there. Oh, I thought that was Antonio Brown. It's Antario Brown. We do need a fullback. Maybe Juszczyk, we go after him as like our big main target. We have 3 receivers in the 80s now, so that's pretty solid. Honestly, I kind of like our receiving core the way it is. I mean, we got Kirk back on a new deal, and maybe we can look at a receiver in the first round. But other than that, don't really see the need to kind of go crazy with that. Robinson, Cleveland is pretty solid at 79. We need a new center. Although if I have to go with Fortner, that wouldn't be the worst thing. We still have Brandon Scherf here. Right tackle-wise, we do need an upgrade there. Defensive ends are looking pretty solid for the 3rd year in a row. If there's an upgraded defensive tackle, a guy that's in the 80s, maybe. Sonny Styles actually has progressed to a 74 overall, so if there's somebody better at left outside linebacker, maybe, but I don't think I need to pull the trigger on that necessarily. Corners. We don't have any more corners in the 80s, although Kobe Bryant is now up to a 77, which isn't bad. We could use some depth at corner. We need a backup free safety. And we still have Savage, who, of course, is a 76. Oh, he's going to be better than that. We need a new punter. Okay. Okay, then. Well, let's dive into free agency and see who we could really get. What do we really need to prioritize? Well, look. He fits our scheme. I'm going to go in on Juszczyk for 1 year, see if we can get him. $23 million is what we have left, though, so that won't break the bank too much. And he fits the scheme, so I figured, hey, might as well do it. What about receivers? Is there a guy that's like really, really good? Jameson Williams is an 84. But that's really not better than what we have, so I don't think there's a really necessarily need to do that. These centers look better. Mitch Morse. We have Ted Karras. I think that's a pretty good investment right there. Get an upgraded center. We have $17 million left, so not a whole lot. Nothing really better at right tackle. Defensive tackle-wise, B.J. Hill is available, and he would be an upgrade. But you know what? We can probably find some upgrades in the draft for that position as well. We do need a backup like left outside linebacker, though. So let's just sign somebody for depth. Let's sign Dontre Tillman. Let's go with a team-friendly deal for 1 year. He's got no other offers, so should be able to get him. What about corners? Is there any more corners in the 80s or high 70s? Jalen Watson. I would get Kendall Fuller, but he doesn't fit our scheme, and I just don't know if we want to waste time on this guy. Guys don't fit the scheme. We do need a backup free safety. Well, Thornhill looks pretty solid. Let's get him to be a backup free safety. We have $11.1 million left. We need a new punter. Let's get Bradley Pinion. $7.81 million. You know what? Nobody else is really offering him anything. Let's go with a team-friendly deal instead. Save us a little bit of money. All right. Well, we're at 5 for 5. So this is who we're targeting. We're going after Juice. We're going after Juszczyk to be our new fullback, 84 overall. Help our ground game out. We're going after Pinion to be our new punter. We're going after center Ted Karras. We're going after free safety Juan Thornhill to be a backup free safety. And we're also going after left outside linebacker Dontre Tillman for depth behind Styles. So that's our first wave of free agency. Let's see if we land any of these guys. got Juice. We got Juice Check, we got Thornhill, and we got Tillman. So we're still in negotiations with Pinion. He's got another offer from the Bears, but we're still his best offer, even though it was a low deal. And Karras, we're still his only offer. He is still considering us. Let's take a look now at our roster with those two signings that we have gotten so far. And let's see what that does to our roster in terms of makeup. So we got a Pro Bowl Hall of Fame fullback, 85 overall Kyle Juszczyk. That's going to be huge for us. So we won't have to worry about fullback issues for a while now. So that's going to be pretty big for us. Let's see. And Tillman is going to be our new backup left outside linebacker. Styles is at a 74. We just needed to get Tillman for depth. Yeah, I think I'm good with linebackers the way they are. I'm going to actually go out and sign another veteran cornerback to help out a little bit. Maybe somebody that can kind of be there so we have more corner help to go along so Kobe's just not just by himself. Let's get Jalen Watson, 79 overall. Let's bring him in to help out with our corner depth. Is anybody else offering him anything? The Rams are. Unfortunately, this dips us down to like $3.28 million. But you know what? We'll keep that offer, and I think that's really it. So as far as targets that we have left, we're going in after Watson. We're still going on Karras, and we're going in on Pinion to be our new punter. If we don't get Pinion, we'll just go and get another punter. I wish that punter that we drafted last year wasn't taken off of our practice squad, but it is what it is. All right, so let's see if we sign anybody. The prize of the free agency class was Mark Andrews, who signed with the Chargers. So that was the big fish that was scooped up by L.A. So we did get Pinion to be our new punter. We did get Jalen Watson, and we got Karras. So I think that is it for free agency for us. We have $4.58 million left. But I think as far as free agency, this is all I want to do. I really didn't see a need to go after really anybody else to help us out. Jalen Watson becomes our second best corner, and he's actually an 80 overall, so that helps out with the loss of our other corner that we lost. We got Kobe Bryant. He's gotten up to a 77, which is good. But I still feel like, getting Watson here, at least on a one-year deal, will help out with the corner depth at least a little bit. We're good at we're good at left outside linebacker, and we got a new center in Karras. So we don't have to address that in the draft. We got a 78 Karras. I think he's rated lower than Morse, or maybe he's about the same, but he still fits the scheme. So, hey, 10-year guy, so, solid new center for us. That'll help out the offensive line. And I think right tackle may just be the move in the draft. That may be the best route that we can go. And speaking of the draft, we're about to kind of get into that area now. So let's go ahead and take a look at mock drafts here and see right now what they have us projected to do. Obviously, we're going to have the second to last pick of the first round. And right now, they have us. Actually, we moved up a few spots. They're still saying that they're still projecting us to take Drew Shelton, the left tackle out of Penn State. That still might be a good move. We can always kick him over to the right or the left side, depending on what we have to do. Or we could take Braxton, who's pretty solid. One of those guys could slip. Let's see about guys that could slip, because Jalen Milroe slipped to us last year. Well, there's these two right tackles, Riley Malman and Fayali Famo. One of them could slip to us. That would be pretty solid. Or Andrew Gentry. There's a lot of solid tackles in this year's draft. A lot of tackles projected to go off the board, more so than quarterbacks. Who's the first quarterback projected to be selected? Nico Amanila out of Tennessee. Okay, so he's the first quarterback projected to be selected in the draft. And I think he's the only one projected to be selected in the first round. So we may not see a quarterback get drafted until late. So that would be pretty interesting for the draft. All right, so let's go ahead and get this draft started. Here we go.
Every career starts as a dream.
Let's go ahead and so here we go. We have the 32nd pick. Not taking another quarterback, but there's this receiver here that's pretty good. Carnell Tate and Kevin Concepcion. But Carnell Tate actually looks pretty solid, and we could use some help at receiver. I'm going to draft him. B+. Soft, reliable hands, makes 50-50 balls look like 80-20, fast enough, and it's a B+ selection. All right. Well, solid selection if you ask me. Jackson Arnold is still slipping. His free safety doesn't look too bad. Emmanuel McNeil Warren out of Toledo. I know we signed a free safety, but we could use some depth back there. B+. Most effective in zone coverage, can be trusted to make tackles in open field fast enough. All right, I think one of these picks, though, needs to be on the offensive line. We need a tackle. But all these guys are projected to be day 3 selections, but I feel like that'd be reaching, so I'm not going to go that route just yet. Some receivers are dropping. This left end, though, doesn't look too bad, and we could use some depth. Let's go with Kelby Collins out of Florida. Local kid. C. Competent speed runner will need to hit the weight room. Hand-fighting skills are a work in progress. Okay, well, it's a C selection, so that's not too bad. Lewis Bond is really slipping. Do we take a chance? I don't think so. This corner is also slipping too, but no, I think we need to go with the offensive line if we can. But maybe in the later rounds, the really later rounds, probably would be a better idea. I'm going to take Avion Terrell out of Clemson. C+, okay. Not a burner, but decent speed. Needs average recognition, leads to inconsistent play. Needs to improve man coverage technique. Okay. So work in progress with him. 5th round pick here. I just think it's time to go with the offensive line. This is a reach, yes, but we're going to go with Mason Murphy. C+, okay, so it actually wasn't a bad pick. Understands leverage when defending power moves, gets caught blocking air at times. Is he strong enough? Okay, so this guy does have a lot of question marks, but still looks like a solid selection. All right, 6th round selection. This defensive tackle is slipped a little bit. Jaheim Otis. Oh, I remember him out of Alabama. I think we drafted him in my Cowboys franchise, if I recall. But it's a D- pick here. Okay. That was probably our worst. That's our worst pick of the draft so far by a long shot. I think maybe a running back might be a good idea to take here with our final pick. So, yeah, I'm going to take Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame just to get some skill position depth. It was a deep pick, but for a 7th round pick, hopefully we get a little bit of value out of that. So we actually have another 7th round selection. So these guys have slipped. I don't want to really take another... These guys are potentially undrafted free agents. So you know what? I'm going to take Matthew Golden out of Texas. He slipped. Hopefully that wasn't a bad pick. That might be a diamond in the rough, a late round. Okay, it was a C+ pick, so not bad. So we drafted a couple of receivers. So let's go with the draft recap, our second draft of the rebuild. Carnell Tate was the first player we drafted, a wide receiver out of Ohio State. He was our 1st round pick. 2nd round pick, we took Emmanuel McNeil Warren, a free safety from Toledo. Left end, Kelby Collins, we took him in the 3rd round. In the 4th round, we took Avion Terrell out of Clemson, a corner. We took right tackle Mason Murphy out of USC in the 5th round. 6th round selection was Jaheim Otis out of Alabama, defensive tackle. Halfback Jeremiah Love we took in the 7th round, and we took Matthew Golden out of Texas in the 7th round. So we did take 2 receivers. I normally don't like to double up on the positions, but I figured, hey, let's draft somebody who keeps slipping, take a chance on him, and see if we can make it worthwhile. All right, then. So let's go ahead and take a look at our roster going into year 3. We have 3 quarterbacks, so let's see. What is Jeremiah Love's number? Jeremiah Love. Okay, that's how you probably spell his name. He played at Notre Dame. He's number 4, but Tank Bigsby is wearing number 4. So let's maybe give him something in like the 20-ish or something range, maybe something like that, like maybe 34. Let's give him 43. 67 overall. I mean, not too bad, not too shabby. Maybe he can develop into something. Receiving wise, Harris has progressed a little bit up to a 76. He's our 4th best receiver now. Carnell Tate is our first-round pick. Let's see what his number is in college because I forget. I know it if I see it. He's number 17. Okay, well that's we're keeping him actually at 87 because that's Evan Ingram's number. Mason Murphy. I wonder what his number is. Okay, he is a real player. He's number 76. Okay. Look at his face, though. Whose man's is this? It's an old joke. All right, let's give him 78 for now. I want to see if maybe there's a guy wearing 76 so we can take that jersey number away from. But I don't know if there is or not. Cleveland is. Okay, well, let's keep him rocking 78. He looks like Trevor Phillips from GTA 5 a little bit. 66 overall. Armstead, Walker, we drafted Kelby Collins. Kelby Collins out of Florida. Hey, that makes perfect sense. He's number 11. I feel like there's already somebody rocking number 11. Is there? I'm pretty sure there is. Parker Washington. But he's kind of a backup receiver. You can actually restructure his contract. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Only cure a penalty. So, let's just change his number to like something random. Give Kelby Collins, let's change his number to number 12. Let's give Kelby Collins his college number. All right, looking good. Kelby? 70 overall, not bad for one of our later picks. So that helps with us some depth on the defensive line in case we have some more injuries, which probably will happen. Miles Cole is still at a 67, so not really too pleased with his progression so far. He may not be able to play here for much longer if this continues. Let me see. Jaheim Otis. Otis. All right, he wears number 91, but that's Eric Armstead's number, so we're keeping him rocking number 90. Styles still there. Poole. On Terrell. Out of Clemson. He wears number 20. But I don't think we have 20 available for him. Do we? Nah, Juan Thornhill's wearing that number. Well, what number has Juan Thornhill worn? Like other than the number 1. Juan Thornhill. Oh, 22. Okay. Well, can he wear 22? I think somebody's already wearing 22, so maybe he can't. All right, well, he can wear 21 for now. Let me see if anybody else. Let me see who else is wearing 22. One of our corners, maybe. Oh, Jerry and Jones. Actually, restructure his contracts. That's good. Let's change his number to something else. Change his number to 36. Okay. Terrell, let's change his number to 20. Okay. Evan McNeil Warren. Okay. Or Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Okay. I'll tell you what, I give credit to whoever's making these rosters because all of the players that I've selected, they've been real. You know, they've been real players. Well, he wears 22, so he's going to rock 25. That's the best we can do. But hey, 72 overall free safety to start out with, not bad at all. Not bad at all. So we've addressed both safeties in the draft, the first two drafts, so it's been pretty good. We've drafted a lot of depth, I feel like, for the next few years to come. So I'm happy with that. At this point, I'm just hoping that based on the elite talent that we've kept on this team, if that's going to be enough to have another Super Bowl run next season. Because, I mean, we fell one game short of completing this rebuild and winning it all. But you know what? We still have to find our way back to the Super Bowl. We got a new starting fullback. We've got some guys like Christian Kirk back on new contracts. We've got some young players that are up and coming. So hopefully the moves that we've made can help us out in the end. That's really all I'm hoping for. Oh, Matthew Golden. I forgot about him as well. Matthew Golden. What number does he wear at Texas? He wears number 2. Well, maybe we can give him an 82 or something like that. Yeah, let's give him 82. And we'll actually give Oronde Gadsden II 86. Just like his daddy. I don't know when we picked him up. He must have been on our practice squad or something. But Oronde Gadsden II, son of Oronde Gadsden, he deserves to wear 86 like his dad. All right. So we got, some young receivers. Kirk is not bad. Gabe Davis is still here for... The only thing is, both of these guys are getting on the last year of their contracts, so Brian Thomas may have to emerge next season as the leader of this group. Along with Trey Harris and Parker Washington. But we will see how things progress there. But overall, I mean, we still got a pretty solid team. We have a lot of the core. We got some young players in there, some rookies that are kind of playing a little bit more. So overall, this team is looking about the same as far as some of the same faces we have going into year 3. There have been some few changes, mostly to the offensive line, but overall-wise, hey, we're still an 83. We got an 84 offense and an 83 defense. We're going to have Travis Etienne coming off the injury next season. The injuries in the Super Bowl, I think, finally caught up with us. We just couldn't hold off the Cowboys. Hopefully things go differently in year 3 of the rebuild. But first things first, we have to get all the way back to the Super Bowl, and that's going to be easier said than done for sure. We just got to make sure we get back into the playoffs. So thank y'all for watching this video. Don't know if I'll be live streaming tomorrow. I'll make a decision on that at some point tomorrow. Normally I would be going into work on Wednesday, but I actually had to work yesterday. So, yeah, 6 days in a row. But they're giving me Wednesday off to make up for it. So I might come back with another live stream tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet. But you guys will find out soon enough. It may be something different than the Jaguars rebuild because I feel like I've had 2 pretty good episodes with this rebuild. Want to do something a little bit different, but we will see. So in the meantime, until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.